strengthening the university's innovation ecosystem. The center supports faculty members, researchers, and students in identifying, protecting, and managing the intellectual property which is generated at SRM. From patent drafting and filing to IP strategy and awareness programs, the center ensures that innovative ideas emerging from the university are properly protected and positioned for real-world impact. Through continuous engagement with researchers and industry, the center helps translate academic discoveries into protected intellectual assets that contribute to technology commercialization and national innovation growth. Complementing these efforts is the SRM Technology Transfer Office, or our TTO, which focuses on protecting and commercializing the intellectual property generated within the university. Its role is critical in bridging the gap between academic discovery and industrial deployment, ensuring that innovations developed within the SRM laboratories reach the market and create tangible impact. Today's technology licensing partnership with Anabond Limited is a testament to the active role played by DEI and our TTO in enabling meaningful industry collaborations. I welcome you all to this unique event, which is the first of its kind at SRM. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome and setting the tone for today's events. Now we would like to proceed with the felicitation of our distinguished guest. I would like to request Dr. P. Satyanarayanan, sir, Pro-Chancellor Academics, SRM IST, to felicitate Anabond Managing Director, Mr. Ranjan. To introduce Dr. Ranjan, Mr. Ranjan, it is my Mr. Ranjan is a distinguished industry leader who has been instrumental in steering Anabond into one of India's respected specialty chemical companies. He is a chemical engineer by training from Annamalai University. He has 35 years of experience in Baba Atomic Research Center and Indira Gandhi Center, Kalpakkam. His notable contribution is in the development of fast breeder industrial reactors. Welcome, sir. I would like to request Dr. C. Muthammal Selvan, sir, Vice Chancellor SRM IST, to felicitate Mr. Abraham, Joint MD Anabond. To introduce Mr. M.S. Abraham, Joint Managing Director of Anabond Limited. He is a commerce graduate with his 34 years tenure in the company and has given his extensive exposure to all facets of the company operation other than technical domain. The company nurtures him in his specific requirements, and he has played a pivotal role in maintaining business stability during all challenging periods. Welcome, sir. I'd like to request Dr. S. Ponnusamy, registered SRM IST, to felicitate Anabond Executive, Mr. Adi Narayanan, Director Research, Anabond Limited. Thank you, sir. I'd like to request the Dean CET, Professor Linus Martin, to felicitate Mr. Narguna Seethalan, B2B Sales Head, Anabond. Thank you, sir. We now move on to the next segment of the program. To provide an overview of SRM's research strengths and innovation landscape, it is my privilege to invite Dr. C. Muthammal Selvan, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor of SRM Institute of Science and Technology. Sir, we request you to kindly share your insights with the audience.
A very good morning to all of you. Members from the media, our partners, Anabond Limited, respected Pro-Chancellor, and my dear colleagues. We are gathered here today not merely to announce a business transaction. It's a 2-decade journey where we moved on from teaching institution to a research institution. Initially, our focus was to publish papers which were the findings from different laboratories in SRM Institute of Science and Technology. Then we went on to the next stage, where we wanted to do cutting edge research with the support of different funding agencies, both at the government level and at the corporate level. In the last 10 years or so, considerable funding has been received from different agencies to carry out cutting edge research in the field of energy, environment, water, healthcare, and disruptive technologies. On an average, we receive about 35 crores of rupees per year to carry out this research. So when all these things were happening, then the intellectual property rights came into picture. Actually, it should have come before the publication, but this activity picked up in the last 7 to 8 years. So we wanted to file patent for the innovations that our scientists have been doing, and then that process went on further. But here I would like to say that in 2011 we launched SRM satellite, and then few years later the lightweight gold, and today we are here to transfer the technology on solar cell encapsulation technology to Anabond Limited. So I think this is something where we are moving from golden to the green. The technology we are transferring today, developed by brilliant minds from our chemistry department, addresses the most critical bottlenecks in renewable energy. Solar cells are the heart of the green revolution, but they are fragile. So if we can enhance the performance of the solar cell by preventing them from environmental degradation, significantly extending their life and performance, then we are moving from the fundamental research to the translation research. When you consider the number of patents, as on date, we have 538 granted patents, which is quite a sizable number. The moment we started having more and more number of granted patents, we wanted to see how we can commercialize all those patents, or we want to convert our research from publication to how to make our research to solution. So when we wanted to reach out to the industry, we created a separate platform called as the Industrial Research and Innovation Summit. Year on year, we invite about 100 industry experts to visit SRM University and then see the innovations that have been done by our own faculty and students. About 20 of our patents which have been granted, we are in active discussion with different industries to take it to the next level, either to transfer the technology or they are mentoring our innovators to see how that can be converted into a startup. So with this background in mind, I am very happy to share that today the solar cell encapsulant, which is one of the patents granted, have been converted to a technology transfer through Anabond solution. This is the first ever patent that has been commercialized to the visibility of everyone in the country. I think SRM is moving in a direction where we need to move towards the relevance and provide better solutions for the people of the country. So with this, I extend my deep appreciation to Anabond Limited, who have come forward to take our innovation and to adopt in their regular products that they have been coming out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for so beautifully illustrating SRM IST's visions in research, its ecosystem and innovation from papers, patents to translating to market-ready products and tech transfer. Thank you, sir. The highlight of today's interaction is the technology that forms the basis of this licensing partnership. To present a brief overview of the solar cell encapsulation technology, I invite the inventor of the technology, Professor K. Ananthanarayanan from the Department of Chemistry. It is my privilege to introduce Professor K. Ananthanarayanan from the Department of Chemistry of SRM Institute of Science and Technology, the inventor of this technology. Professor Ananthanarayanan is a respected researcher in the field of polymer chemistry, material sciences and functional coating with extensive experience in developing advanced material for industry and technological application. His work has led to several research publications, patents, technology transfers and industry-relevant innovations, contributing significantly to the university's growth in intellectual property portfolio. The solar cell encapsulant technology reflects years of dedicated research aimed at improving the performance, durability, and efficiency of solar energy systems. Sir, we request you to kindly share your journey in this significant research.
Honorable Pro-Chancellor, sir, respected senior management of SRM-IST, distinguished industrial leaders from Anabond, and respected press members. It's a good afternoon to all of you. As our respected Vice Chancellor rightly pointed out just now, we are living through the most exciting period in the history of solar energy. Solar cells are getting more and more powerful and more efficient, but behind every breakthrough, there is an invisible challenge. What is that challenge? How do you protect these solar cells in a very harsh environment for more than 25 to 30 years? It has to be stable. So I give you a simple analogy in a layman term so that all of us can easily understand that. All of us have a mobile phone in our pocket, and you all know that the main part of this mobile phone is the display technology. So what we do to protect this display technology, we use a temper glass, right? So what this temper glass does, this temper glass is like a protective layer which protects your display of the phone from scratches or any uneventual incidents. So now the same thing you can just extrapolate it to the solar cell. An encapsulant just does exactly the same job what a temper glass does for a mobile phone. So this encapsulation material just protects your solar cells, or it can be modules or panels, from very harsh environmental conditions, like it can be UV light, it can be moisture, it can be dust, it can be hailstorms, everything. So you can understand the severity, and also you can understand how complex this technology should be so that it can protect the solar modules for such a long time. Now, you can ask me whether there is no encapsulant available. What is the new thing in this? This is the problem statement which we try to address over a long period of 4-5 years of research. As solar cells, all of you know, is advancing to very high efficiency devices like TOPCon solar cells, perovskite silicon tandem technologies. The old encapsulants what are available in the market, it is not exactly meant for these technologies. So what exactly it does is they react with these solar panels and it starts to deteriorate the efficiency, and the efficiency goes down. The moment the efficiency goes down, what we are put for 10 to 20 years, it will not be the same at the end of life. So what we have developed is a patented novel polymer encapsulant which is purpose built for this next generation solar cell. Here I want to stress it, it is not an incremental improvement, but it's a fundamentally new approach towards this technology. So you can ask me, when you have this better encapsulant, what exactly this does? So whenever you have a better encapsulant, the first thing it does is it improves the lifetime of the solar panels. The moment you have an improved lifetime, the leverage cost of electricity comes down, and then it gives you a better resultant cost for power. So this technology is relevant for whenever the next generation solar cells like TOPCon or silicon perovskite tandems will be deployed. And with India now rapidly scaling its own TOPCon cell manufacturing lines across the country, like big players like Vari Energy, Ryzen Solar, Tata Solar, Adani Solar, all these type of people are now moving from mono-PERC cells to TOPCon cells. So this is where this technology can be useful. This is a small introduction about the technology. Before I close, I want to respectfully acknowledge our senior management, right from Chancellor Sir, Pro-Chancellor Academics, Pro-Chancellor Administration, Vice Chancellor Sir, Registrar Sir, and all the directors and deans for providing all the necessary facilities and also a culture where curiosity is encouraged and researchers are given the freedom to pursue ideas that really matter. Thank you so much, sir. And a special thanks to SRM TTO for all their help getting the technology moving from the lab to the industry. And I would also take this opportunity to thank my colleague, Dr. Sendil Andavan, who is sitting here, and also my PhD student, Dr. Rohit Kumar Raman, who is in Berlin right now. And as we say, science is never a solo journey. It's always a team effort, and their dedication, hard work, and curiosity were the engine behind this innovation. Last but not the least, to our licensee, Anabond Limited, thank you so much. Your confidence in this technology is what transforms research into reality, and you are the bridge between the lab scale innovation to the rooftop in the real world. So, and we are proud to have you as our partner. Thank you so much. And the last line before I leave the dais, solar energy is going to power the world, and we are proud in a small way to play our part in making that future more reliable, more efficient, and more durable, one module at a time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor, for explaining the technology and its potentials on renewable energy ecosystem, which is so synonymous to the current research trends on SDG. Innovation truly reaches its potential when it moves from laboratory to real-world application. To share the industry perspective and vision behind this collaboration, I invite Mr. Rajan, Managing Director of Anabond Limited, to share a few words on this collaboration.
Respected Pro-Chancellor, Vice Chancellor and Registrar of SRM Institute of Science and Technology, faculty members, staff of other units of SRM IST, my colleagues from Anabond Limited, press people, press members, and other invitees. A good afternoon to all of you. I am very glad to be here today in this technology agreement related meeting, press meet. And as Dr. Ananthanarayanan mentioned, he was indicating the future prospects of this development work. So we are very happy to be a part of this future development work, and I will come to that slightly in detail subsequently. To start with, I will briefly give an introduction about Anabond Limited. Many might not have heard of. And it was started in 1979 by a scientist who worked in Baba Atomic Research Center, and subsequently he came to Kalpakkam to the Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research. He worked as a scientist in fast reactor fuel system for about 5 years. And then at one stage he thought he will resign and try to do something on his own. At that time his friend showed him a test tube sort of thing, adhesive, containing an adhesive which was imported from other countries. He told him, why don't you develop this, anyhow you are going out of the department, why don't you develop this and then try to sell in the Indian market. So that is the first substitute for the international product that's called anaerobic adhesive. That is, anaerobic means avoid air. Without air, it will form a bonding. So that is the first product which he developed. Of course, he struggled a lot. He has to convince the companies that the product will work. He demonstrated to them, and then finally the companies found that this product is much better than what they are importing and using. So that has given the confidence, and the R&D work and commercialization went on many products, many families like silicone, epoxy, polyurethane, etc. So it started with a basic R&D and going to the commercialization process and going to the industries. Like that, we have many products in our pipeline. And over the years, the R&D work was continued by Mr. Adinarayanan, who is here. He is leading the R&D team presently. And we have a good R&D team at Anabond Limited. And whatever products we give to the companies, we have an in-house R&D team which supports all, and we also give products which are more specific to the company. That's, we don't sell just for selling, but whatever there is the requirement, we look into that, develop a special product for that, and then give it to them as and when they require. We have a good team of our sales team is also quite strong, and we have around 9 manufacturing centers in India, largely at Tamil Nadu, some 1 or 2 in other states, and we have something like 350 distribution locations throughout India, so that we can reach all the companies whatever is required. So this good R&D team is a part and parcel of Anabond from the very beginning, from the first product onwards to till now. So we have the capability of taking the science from the laboratory scale and then scale up to an engineering system and commercialize and give it to the industrial users. To give, we have many. We follow all the standards, but to give an idea of our level of maturity and all, we are giving a good number of products for ISRO and defense. Something like 50 technologies we have acquired from ISRO over the years, and we have developed, and then we are giving back to them whatever product we need. So that way the Anabond team will be generally very happy whenever there is an announcement that a rocket has been launched from Sriharikota, because a good number of our products are there in the rocket. The same is also true for DRDO related technologies. We have acquired a few technologies from DRDO, and then we are manufacturing and giving to them. To give us some example, we are putting up a separate plant now to give one type of adhesive which is used in solid propellant, and that technology is from VSSC Trivandrum, and it's being based on that technology. We are putting up a very huge plant which can give something like 250 tons of that resin per annum to defense. And similar thing is applicable for BrahMos also. We have some components in BrahMos. So why I am mentioning all these things is the conversion from lab scales to scaling up, meeting all the specific requirements of the industry or the end user, and then putting it to a commercial scale is very important. We have understood fully, and we are capable of doing it. So at this stage, I am happy that we are getting involved from one technology that is coming up from a standard, well-known educational institution. All along our technologies are from government organizations like ISRO or defense, and probably this is the first one we are taking up from an educational institution, which is level-wise it's as good as any other R&D project coming up from other laboratories. I am very sure that Dr. Ananthanarayan's team might have worked for years together on this technology. That's why they are able to reach to that stage where they are able to meet all the requirements and other things. So certainly we will be going ahead and developing it, and the technology has its own challenges, even though it's Ananthanarayan indicated about the challenges involved. We have to go to commercialization stage, and whatever property he mentioned, all those things have to be met, and we have to make a continuous production of the film. That's also another equally complicated technology which we have to master in course of time. So that way we are very happy, Anabond is very happy to take up this agreement and then proceed with this solar cell encapsulation project. And just before concluding, see, overnight we have two important events. And number one event, everybody will be knowing cricket we have won. People are happy, all are happy. The number two event which we may not have come across is that diesel prices have gone up by $30 per barrel yesterday overnight, and it is around $110 per barrel, and the prediction is it will go to 150 barrels per drum in course of time. Of course, it may not sustain for long. We can call it as a temporary phase, but we don't know how long it will take. Why I am highlighting about oil is, see, we are going for solar cell technology, which is green energy development, which is part of green energy development. So any work done on green energy development has a lot of importance to the nation, and that way I am happy that we are first entering into this one green energy project. Of course, in Anabond we have two more divisions. One is working on fuel cell, that's also related to that green energy technology, and the other one is on advanced materials like composites and other things. See, composites used for high end, very high temperature, and silicon carbide fiber. That's also a high strength composite material. So with this background, I am repeating again, we are very happy that we got this project from well-known renovated R&D institution, and thank you for giving us an opportunity. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to request Mr. M.S. Abraham, Joint MD, Anabond, to share his views on this technology licensing.
Good afternoon, dignitaries, guest trustee. We are proud of our association with ISRO and DRDO for more than 4 decades by supplying advanced bonding, sealing and coating products for their challenging applications in aerospace, defense and missile missions. SRM University, as you know, it is a hub of innovations and technologies. Partnering with the Anabond means scaling up of that lab level technology to production level. That will definitely beneficial to the society and the economic growth. We are thankful to the government of Tamil Nadu for the URP grant. That grant is to the university, and which will assist industry to accessibility to the infrastructure facilities in universities, and that will give a lot of relief to the industries in-house R&D. once again thank for this Tamil Nadu government's initiative. This partnership between SRM University and Anabond will definitely mark a significant growth in the economic and advancement in scientific. And that will definitely, that is a pathway for achieving the nation's goal of Atma Nirbhar Bharat and Vikasit Bharat. And for celebrating Anabond's 50th year in 2029, we hope that Anabond and SRM, we will jointly celebrate Anabond's 50th year. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your visions, and all the best to all the collaborations that are planned. We are honored to have with us a visionary leader whose guidance has played a pivotal role in shaping the growth and excellence of SRM IST. It is my privilege to invite our Honorable Pro-Chancellor Academics, Dr. P. Satyanarayanan, to deliver the presidential address. Sir, we humbly request you to address the gathering.
A very good afternoon to you all. Our respected colleagues on the dais and the dignitaries from the Anabond Limited and my friends from the press and media. It's quite a pleasure to join you on this occasion, which is very special. The reason I am telling this is very special is that it is not about admission we are talking, it is not about placement we are talking about, this is especially about research. And when talking about, we are talking about research being converted to action which will have a societal impact. Actually, I was hearing from the chairman and the DMD and the JMD of Anabond Limited. Like when you run an institution, you feel proud when your student is, or like when you feel more gratified, like when your student is well placed and is doing like very well in his life. Similarly, when you do research, you feel gratified if it is acknowledged and recognized by the industry, and they come to a level where they partner with you. While the chairman was talking, he was telling that they have taken technologies from ISRO, DRDO and so on, and now they have included SRM also. This is a great achievement by Dr. K. Ananthanarayanan and his team and our leadership in SRM University. This is what India needs right now. It is not just about knowledge dissemination, but knowledge creation. But creating the knowledge is not going to be of any help if it is not moved from the lab to the market. So that is what is happening right now. So we have about 338 patents which are granted, and about 40% of the patents we file are granted. It is not just like for the sake of filing the patents we are filing. We make sure they are getting converted into patent granted, and from there how it is commercialized. While we are happy about talking Anabond, which has given us this a wonderful opportunity, I would like to recall the other few associations which we have with the industry, such as the Amar Raja Battery, Tanishq, and few others. But the very special nature of this association is that it is a technology transfer which is taking on at an equal platform. When I mean equal platform, this is the first time, to be truthful to you, this is the first time we are getting royalty from the industry. It is just not a one-time arrangement or one-time technology transfer. The royalty for the work, for all the toiling which our researchers have done, is been recognized and it is provided to the institution. This is the way institution has to grow. So it makes us feel that the institution and the industry is coming together and very closer. And if you see any other country which is well developed, you will see close interaction between the institute and industry. In fact, we have visited few universities including NTU and Eindhoven and MIT and so on. The labs are nothing but the labs in the universities are nothing but the industrial labs which are just put in the institution. So it is so much intertwined that the students work on the practical problems. But here we teach and then we give them a training for 1 year and then they are getting placed and then again they are getting trained. But there in other countries, the institution and industry come together so close that the students work on the practical problems of the industry while they are studying itself. I am sure that kind of situation will come in India, and so these kind of associations are just a beginning of that. So that is why SRM as a group is thinking of setting up an industrial research park. This industrial research park will house the industries from all domains with all technologies within the campus, so that the industries benefit from the rich knowledge of our researchers and the faculty members. The student benefit from the close interaction with the industry by working on the practical problems, and the industry benefit from both faculty and the students. So I feel that this is a great occasion, and I especially thank Anabond for trusting us and giving us this opportunity, and I also thank our research team for doing a wonderful job. As I said, this is only a beginning. We will make a mark in commercialization, more patents that have been granted. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and continued support for innovation, research, and industry collaboration. We will now open the floor. Now we will have the licensing agreement sharing ceremony. So I'd like to call upon Dr. S. Punasamy, Registered SRM Institute of Science and Technology, and MD Anabond, Mr. Rajan for the same. Thank you. We will now open the floor for the media interaction session. Members of the press are welcome to ask questions to our dignitaries regarding the technology, the licensing partnership, and the broader innovation and incubation ecosystem at SRM. We request the speakers to kindly join the interaction.
Any Q&A from the members of the press?
So you had mentioned that the existing encapsulants in the market reduce the efficiency of the solar cells, but your patented technology in fact retains the efficiency or improves the efficiency. If it improves, by how much percentage, and how many trials have been run, and if you can give a number on the improvement, then it would be great.
Yeah, it's a good question. Actually, what I meant was the encapsulant what is available in the market right now, it is not compatible with the next gen technologies like TOPCon and silicon perovskite tandems. But if you look at the present market technology what is available, that is for the present solar cells like monoPERC, all these ALBASF type of technologies, it works very well. So our encapsulation material what we have developed is for specifically the next gen technology like perovskite silicon tandem. So your second answer for your question is, we have validated all these in accelerated testing domain in our university setup on a lab scale. That is the film what we made is active area of 81 centimeter square approximately, which is 6-inch film. So in that we are able to see a performance improvement or the durability improvement here, because this protects the solar cell. It is not directly improving the efficiency, which is around a factor of 50% compared to the existing material as on today. I hope this answers your question.
It does, but in holistic terms, would it improve the efficiency or not? That's my
Yes, exactly. But what you have to see here is that levelized cost of electricity. We don't say it as efficiency, because efficiency is a number which is a parameter of the solar cell which gives the output. But what we are talking is, imagine you have a solar cell which is having a 20% efficiency today. You put it on your rooftop, it has to run for 20 years. But if the encapsulation material is not very good, the solar cell will not run for 20 years, it may die in 10 years. So your investment is not going to be for the 20 years. With this new polymer encapsulant what we developed, if this runs for 20 years, you get the full cost benefit. I hope you get the answer.
And what is the material that it's made of?
We cannot disclose the material because it's a very confidential agreement which we signed with the industry. So this is a patented work we are not supposed to share. I'm sorry about that.
That's it from me.
Thank you.
So is this the first technology transfer agreement, or is this the first one with royalties?
I think for this I would request our SRM TTO to answer this question, because that domain is from their side. I request Anand sir to answer this.
Thank you very much. This is not the first technology transfer. More than 17 technology transfers have already happened. This is one of the milestone which is from the fundamental research, and it's not an incremental innovation is what he said. It's a completely a new material development, and it's kind of an Anabond, kind of an R&D based organization in science who are picking up at us is the most critical point of this. So that's where we are celebrating this moment on this.
Okay. And in terms of the royalties aspect of it, is this the first time that one of the technologies?
Yes, as our Pro Chancellor mentioned, this is one of the first royalty, because normally we do a complete transfer of technology where the industry will take it and advance the technology. But here we are working on par with them to advance the technology to bring the product to the market, and that is where they were happy to give us a royalty for a period of 7 years. And there is an upfront payment for this technology of 1 crore. There is an upfront payment, and then royalty will go for the next 7 years.
Sorry, I just wanted a clarification. I think when Professor Tamil Selvan was speaking, he was referring to this as the first ever patent that has been commercialized. Does that stand good? Does that statement stand good?
No, it's not the commercialized in sense with royalty is what he tend to mean. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Are there any questions from the press?
Having the press community here, I would also like to give let us know that as the Vice Chancellor mentioned, the Industrial Research and Innovation Summit, IRIS, which we have been doing in our campus for the last 2 years. The third edition of it is coming up in April. We'll soon make the announcements for that, which is a platform that we are creating for not just for SRM, for the entire research community, and also the startups who are working in deep technologies, to showcase and collaborate and collab with the industry and the investors, through which they can make a big impact and scale in their projects. So for that, SRM is created this platform called IRIS, and we'll be showcasing the next IRIS in the April. The dates and the announcements will very come soon. We just want to give you a quick brief on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anand, for that. As we come to the close of this formal session, it is time to express our gratitude. I invite Dr. S. Purnusamy, registered SRM Institute of Science and Technology, to deliver the vote of thanks. Please, sir.
A very good afternoon to all of you here. First of all, I would like to express my sincere thanks to our Honorable Pro Chancellor Academics. Thank you, sir, for your presence and gracing this occasion. Also, I thank our respected Vice Chancellor for his motivation about the research and other related activities. I also thank the team from Anabond and the team from DEI, Directorate of Entrepreneurship and Innovation, for bringing up this event to a successful one. And lastly, I thank the personals from media and thank you very much once again for your constant support. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your gracious words of appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the conclusion of the media interaction session. On behalf of SRM Institute of Science and Technology, we thank the members of the media, our distinguished speakers, and all our guests for being part of this important milestone. We now invite everyone to join us for lunch. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.